thank you for clicking on this video and welcome to my second update on my Panda palette project. So this is the palette that I've been working on. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette and I've been loving working with this palette, but if you saw my last two videos, you probably didn't watch them, or you probably did. I don't know. But if you saw them, you know that I cut my finger almost a month ago, and the project that suffered the most was this one, because this was the last update that I did. Right after that I cut my finger, so I couldn't play much with this palette. But at least I reached my goal of using every shade at least 2 times. I know, it's not a huge goal, but I did it. As you can see, this palette seems like a new palette and I don't have any pan in it yet. Of course, with the low usage that I'm using, of course I don't have any pan on it yet. I'm not mad about it, but yeah, my goal is to use this palette, so I feel like I'm focusing too much on my Pando's eyeshadows and not on these ones, and this is the palette that I want to focus on. So I should focus much more on these shadows and not on my Pando's eyeshadows. For the next month I will try to focus more on these shadows and use the other shades to complement this palette and not the other way around, because that was what I was doing. And of course this is the most used shade because it's a dark shade, so I can just use with any look kind of to deepen out. Last update I think I told you that this was my least favorite shade, Antique Bronze, and this update I continue to say that this is my least favorite shade, as well as Venetian Red. They are matte shades with shimmer, so I feel like that is a satin. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a matte shade with shimmer is a satin. I think so. So yeah, I don't really know how to work with these two shades. I'm not saying that these two shades will be my least favorite shades until the end, because I might end up really loving them, but right now are the shades that I have the most like trouble to use, you know. Also these shades, I don't use them that much, especially because I'm trying to use one shade from my Pando's eyeshadows to roll it out, and that shade, it's almost like this one, this one, this one, or this one. Not about the color, but the way I can use it, so I either use one of these or the other one. And this shade is just a shade that I don't normally use, because if I want to set my primer or concealer, I just use my powder, my face powder. So for this one I mainly use it to blend out looks, like in the end if I feel like I want them to look a bit more blended or a bit nicer. So I don't use this shade that much. Other than that, I'm having a lot of fun with this palette, and I'm sad that this last month I couldn't really use it because of my finger. So yeah, I really want to use it this next month. So let me tell you how much I used each shade. So the first shade, Tempera, I never know how to say this, but Tempera I used 3 times, Golden Ochre I used 2 times, Vermeer I used 2 times, Buonfresco I used 3 times, Antique Bronze I used 2 times, Love Letter I used 3 times, Cypress Amber I used 7 times, Raw Sienna I used 2 times, Burnt Orange I used 2 times, Primavera I used 2 times, Red Ochre I used 2 times, Venetian Red I used 2 times, Warm Taupe I used 2 times, and can you guess? Realgar I used 2 times as well. I could have just said that all of these shades I used 2 times and I wouldn't have the trouble of saying all of them, but I feel like it's nice for you to see all the shades and all the usage that I did. So yeah. And yeah, this is a very small update because I didn't do much looks, so I don't have any pictures to show you. I can tell you about some looks that I did. I know I did a look focusing on this Warm Taupe because this is a shade, I really like this shade, but I have a bit of trouble with this shade because of my skin tone, and if I blend it, it might look like I just didn't clean up my face, you know. I liked it, but I want to try it again. And I also did a look with Realgar. I feel like I really like the pinks and the orange in this palette, but they are so toned down that I'm like, oh, I wish it was more of a vibrant color, but it isn't. So I'm getting used to this toned down colorful, not colorful, but this toned down pink and orange shades, you know. But I did a look that I really liked with Realgar, and then I dipped it up with Cypress Umber. Yeah, you can't see because I don't have pictures of it, but you can see this look that I did today. Today I used mainly Love Letter and then 3 shades from my Pando's eyeshadows. You see, I should be using this palette more and less of my Pando's eyeshadows, but I'm having fun with them, so yeah, I don't want to stop using them. Yeah. And I also used Primavera on my inner corner, Tempera to blend out a bit, and oh, one Fresco to blend out Love Letter. And today I didn't deepen it up too much. Yeah, I didn't deepen this look up today because I wanted just a pink look, and then I added a bit of pink shimmer shade. And yeah, I actually wanted more of a metallic lid, but it is a shimmery lid. I don't mind it, but at first it wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it's a pink look, so yeah. And yeah, you can't really see this eyeliner, thankfully, because it was awful today for me to do eyeliner. I don't know why I couldn't do it. Why? So this is it for the video and for this update. I don't have much more to tell you. It's a very small video, a very short video. I also wanted to do it because I didn't want to wait until March to do it, and I wanted to document it as well as much as I can. So I decided that yeah, my progress is very low, but I want to do it as well, because like me, there are loads of other people that they have eyeshadow and they have their palettes and they probably want to use it more, but sometimes life just doesn't let you, and you might end up feeling like, oh, I don't use makeup that much. Yeah, I kind of have that trouble sometimes of being like, oh, I wish I wore makeup today or something like that, but sometimes that doesn't happen. And yeah, when I can, I make sure that I do it, but sometimes like might be because of time or you literally can't do it. So when you can do it, because you never know when you can not do it, you know? Yeah. Why am I being philosophical about makeup? I don't know, like, it's makeup. You want to do it, you do it. You don't want to do it, or you feel like resting, or you feel like having a clean face, that's fine as well. I do that a whole lot. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!